Hello, this is Uncle Jim. Just dinking around today. And one thing that was bugging me is I don't have a proper shotgun hole trimmer. So, thought I'd dink around in the garage and see what I could come up with. But I had a failure. A failure? And so, that could be fixed. But, so my idea is I can take these old crappy cheap holes and just keep cutting them down until they're mini slugs, and by then they're shot, and just chuck them. Okay, so you get several uses out of them, even the Winchester Universal, and mainly for the single shots in 20 and 12 gauge. So, don't laugh. The first thing I came up with was this. All right, and don't laugh. All right, so you put your hole. Let me do this here. You slip your hole in here, press down with your thumb, spin it around, and it cuts. Well, it broke. So the idea on this was I just have a hose clamp for adjustability and a blade, but I used a hacksaw blade, which is super brittle. I heated it up to bend it and then sharpened it and made a beveled guillotine type deal. And when I went to press on it, it broke. So I could have my son forge me a real blade, okay, and have it spring loaded and everything, but now we're getting too out of there. So I went around on YouTube and looked around. I know Max Bear made a very simple one for the drill press. Any hole, any tattoo, and that's awesome. But I just wanted something here at the desk, the simpler the better. I like simplicity. And I'm looking around at trimmers that people are making, and some are so complicated, and they're bigger channels, and they're trying to sell you their crap. When I came upon the simplest one ever, and it's awesome. So I'll show a link to that video. He only has 24 subs. 24 subs, not a big channel. And that's why I like the small channels. That's where the America ideas come from. The regular dude. So, that's America. So anyway, what he had was a dowel and a razor blade. And you'll see in his video, you can go look. And I just whipped this out quick. Luckily, I had the right size dowels. We have 20 gauge and 12. And every hole's going to be different lengths, interior, and all that stuff, right? So in the video, he said just drill a little small hole, and you can do it all the way around and have different lengths. And then what he was doing was just holding it down. I tried a short X-Acto knife blade, so you're not up here. And then I decided just pound it in there gently. And you'll have your slot. You can go around, do different lengths, because they're all different. Plus you got straight wall. Here's a roll crimp that I shot. It's in good shape. I could just reuse that right now, but if not. So I can salvage these cheapo shells over and over until they get about this big. So anyway, it was simple and genius. I mean, how much does that cost? So I tried different blades. I have these in my reloading room, different shapes and sizes, and the one he was using works fine. So I just kind of tapped her home. Now after using it, instead of moving the blades around and holding it or whatever, I'm thinking just do the bolt trick where there's a bolt going in here. So whatever this is made out of, I'll just do a adjustable bolt with a round head that fits in the primer pocket. And that way I can just keep a blade fixed, kind of like Max Baer did on the drill press. And it's at a slight angle. And this way I can just sit here and dink around and look at that. Look at the job this did. It's absolutely perfect. I tried one on a stiffer hole, and you just got to make sure the blade doesn't wiggle around. So I just kind of tapped her home. You don't want to, you got to be careful not to break it. Kind of like the thing I made. It was too hardened of steel. Anyway, let's take one here. So you have tapered hole and straight wall. The taper's going to be tighter fit. Also, my dowel wasn't the perfect size, so I had to kind of sand it a little bit. Anyway, I'll show you how this works. Yeah, that one's on there tight. And maybe I should have the blade the other way so I crank it like a motorcycle. I think that would work better. So anyway, you can see how quick and easy that is. And it cut a perfect hole. All right. It's just stupid easy. And that's what I love. Okay? Why make things overcomplicated? So, winner, chicken dinner. And here's a dowel for I found in the garage. Actually, this was in my tool bench for doing things gun related. And this fits a 20 gauge perfectly. And what I'll use this is just to clean up the crimp and then re-crimp them on the machine, because I don't have a roll crimper for a 20 gauge yet. I'll get one. So this work, you just saw how easy that was, and go look at his video. I see that James Pullard replied to his video a year or two ago, so he knows about this. I don't know what James has made. But I'm thinking doing something like this and just have the adjustment here, with an adjustable bolt that fits in the primer area, because every hole has a different taper inside. And that way you can do anything and just keep bringing them down until they're too short anymore. And so I'll be doing mini slugs and light loads with red dot, which I seem to love lately. So if you were buying one, if I were to buy one, it would be the Ballistics product, what do they call it? Spin and trim. And that's kind of like a pair of scissors. It's the same idea as this. It goes on, then you let off of it, spring loaded, and spin it around. And it works on everything. 12 gauge anyway. I have pictures of antique trimmers for the paper, okay? And what they did was they had a spring that just pivoted here, and you lift up on it, and it was kind of like what I was doing here. And it had a blade, and you just turned it, and that's what they used for these waxers here, the wax paper. As a matter of fact, check these out. So anyway, I'll post a link to that, and tell me what you come up with, or do a video before I make a real one. But for now, I can use this one, just put them in different places. But I'd rather just have this fixed and in there good, and then have the adjustment here. That way I can do any hole, any tattoo. The Fiocchi's totally different, So, and this dowel needs to be I need to sand it a little more. It's just a little bit on the, I think it fits Federal pretty good. Yeah, straight wall, that's easy. And I size them first, decap them. So, yeah, tell me what you guys came up with. I was just thinking about it today and I didn't want to bother my son. I got other things I want him to do for me, like wrapping my levers with leather. So anyway, let's look at these. I found these in the file cabinet in my shot 20 gauge section, or 20 gauge file cabinet, and I found this very funny. Let's focus here. It says right here, short shot strings, and then it says stainless spelled with a Y. And this is so retro, so awesome. As a matter of fact, let me show you the stamp on it. The case head here. Look at the vintage writing on this stuff. It's number 6 shot. Can we get a good look at that vintage writing? That is so awesome. And I bet they still shoot really good. So I'll post a link to that guy's channel. And remember, it's always the small guy, not the famous guy, that usually comes up with the greatest, simplest ideas that are effective. And anyone can just go in their garage and make it right now. So, I guess that's it. Until next time, thanks for watching.